Hey Koreadoptees, it's me Kristen and I am back with another video! Today I actually moved out to my dining room, as you can see my table, which is kind of also my living room, because today's video is going to be my record collection. If you guys didn't know, I have been collecting records for years now, since like early high school. I've gone to multiple record store days. I always shop for them, and so I've collected quite a few. I'm right now sitting right next to my record area. I have this cube thing. I don't know, I'll insert pictures. And on the top, I hold my record player. So I'm just gonna go through, pull them all out, and show you guys my different records. This might be a long video, so I'm gonna jump right into it right now. So I want to start with all of my smaller records first, and then go into my 12 inches, because obviously most people have the most 12 inches rather than smaller records. But I do have a couple of 7 inches, and I do have one 10 inch. So I'm gonna show those to you right now. So the first two 7 inches I actually got on record store day. This was in 2014, I believe, maybe 15. This first one is Death Cab for Cutie. It's called Tractor Rape Chain, which I don't know what that's about, but it just looks like this. It has 2 songs on it, which is the same song title as the album, and then Black Sun. And then this one was the record store day, Disquire Day by 21 Pilots. This features a few older ones and Doubt. This was pretty popular at our record store day, and I waited quite a long time in line to pick this one up, so I'm pretty happy that I have that. And then these other ones are just miscellaneous 7 inches that I purchased as, you know, throughout time. So this first one here is the XX. This is the XS on hold. 7 inch, so it's just like a little single. This one's really cool because it's a single, it's only one-sided. So the other side, I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard to tell. The other side just has a big X on it. There you go, you can kind of see it. And then the last 7 inch that I have is this one, which is a beautiful kind of minty, very light minty blue color, and this is the Head of the Heart exclusive 7 inch All We Ever Knew in colors from one of their upcoming albums. And then my only 10 inch was one of my record store day finds. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I had to pick up this guy here. This is Star Wars A New Hope, but I just thought the artwork was so gorgeous that I needed to pick it up. So now we're gonna jump into my 12 inches. This is gonna take a while, so I probably won't talk about all of them. One of the newest ones that I got recently was this beautiful record. My fiance actually got this for me for Christmas, and it is the Mulan picture disc. Second one here I got is Portamento by The Drums. I love this album. Honestly, I hadn't heard a ton about The Drums when I purchased this, but this was actually a used record. The artwork's kind of creepy though. The next one I have here is The Tallest Man on Earth, Dark Bird is Home. This does not feel like it has a record in it. Oh, it does. It's just really light. So it looks like this. It is a gatefold. Oh, the other one was a gatefold, but I didn't show you. This is what the gatefold looks like. This was really pretty because the record is white, I believe. One of the recent purchases that I got after moving into my newest apartment was we found this cool record store, so I got this Church's album. This one I believe was also a small, like an independent exclusive. It's called Love is Dead. Fun. Next one is a present that I got from my fiance's dad, actually, I believe, and this is just a Disney chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. I love Halloween, so this is why I picked this up. I believe he got it for like $1 at some antique fair or something, but it's literally just like creepy sounds. It's hilarious. The next one I have here is another record store day purchase. This is Group Love's Little Mess. This is like a couple songs from one of their new albums, and I believe it's also like a really pretty color. Yeah, it's like this little green minty color. Gorgeous. Moving on, we've got this beautiful album. This is A Moon-Shaped Pool by Radiohead. Gorgeous gatefold, honestly. Very beautiful. And next we have one of my most original albums. This is the XX's self-entitled album. I got this in Boston, actually. I went on a trip and I picked up a couple records just to commemorate the trip, and it became something that I loved doing, is buying records when I go on vacations and stuff, just to commemorate, it's like a cooler version of a souvenir. Next one here is 1,000 Forms of Fear by Sia. Sia is my favorite female artist, so I'm slowly getting all of her albums. I really don't have that many, which is sad, but this was the first one that I picked up. Then I have another Sia album. This is one of her original ones called Color the Small One. This one has Breathe Me in it, and Breathe Me makes me cry so hard, so I had to pick this one up. Next album we have up here is Porter Robinson's Worlds. This is an amazing album, and this was actually a double LP, but it's not a gatefold. It's just like a sleeve, which is kind of annoying, but this one is super fun. This album is just so well curated that I love it. And now we move into some of my Beach House albums. This one is very iconic and very beautiful. This is Depression Cherry by Beach House. This beautiful velvet sleeve. I actually got this at a Beach House concert. I went to this concert having never listened to Beach House. It became one of my favorite concerts. Honestly, it was my favorite until I saw James Blake. So I had to pick up the record at the merch counter afterwards. And then going along with that, I got Thank Your Lucky Stars by Beach House. Here's the gatefold. This one's really cool. Very cool. Moving along into Arcade Fire. Here's Arcade Fire. This is The Suburbs. This was the original Arcade Fire album that I ever listened to. This is what got me into their music, and I still love it. I haven't really listened to them that much recently, but this is also a gatefold. I actually got this one before I got that one, and this is another one that I got at Boston. I got the XX's original album and Arcade Fire's Reflector. Love, love, love this album. Look at how gorgeous that is. All right, we're going into some more. This is my collection of FKA Twigs albums. I went to Record Store Day, I believe 2 years ago, and it was pretty good. I didn't find a ton of stuff. I think I only bought I only bought the Star Wars album. So then I also found that they had stocked these ones, so I picked them all up. So this is FKA Twigs' first EP, I believe. Self-entitled, I'm not sure, but it's literally just a sleeve. And then I got this album too. I'm not sure what these ones are called either, but this one's gorgeous. It has, what is that? Water Me on it, which is a great song. And I finally got, this one has a name, LP1. Looks like this. Sorry, there's a glare. We're moving along. We're going back into Churches. The first Churches album is this one here. This is The Bones of What You Believe. I actually bought this, well, actually my dad graciously bought me this album, and I had not listened to them ever before, but I love the artwork and I love the name and everything about it, so I got it, and I'm so glad I did because this is such a great album. So then when I went to college, I picked up the second album, which is Every Open Eye. This was a staple of my sophomore year of college. I listened to this album so long, and this one has a sleeve over it. So here's the actual album. You open it up and it's The People, and this one is actually a colored vinyl. So then I also went to Record Store Day that same year and got Churches Under the Tide. This is a Record Store Day exclusive. Like I said, they're always releasing cool Record Store Day videos or releases. This one's the yellow one, so this one's a really pretty vinyl. And then we'll go into Bon Iver. So next albums that I picked up was this beautiful album. This is Bon Iver's album called Bon Iver, Bon Iver. This was the first one that I have ever picked up, and I just thought the artwork was beautiful, and the gatefold looks like this. And then one of my more recent purchases was this album, which is 22 A Million, and I had to pick this one up because this is one of the albums that I believe James Blake helped on his album, or at least vice versa, because this was when Bon Iver was helping James Blake out with his album. And also, I just love how funky this album is. It's like so different, and it's really, really fun. Next, we've got some soundtrack kind of albums. So this one is super exciting. This is the Whiplash album, and this is a Newbury Comics exclusive, and there's only 500 of them. Do you see that? There's only 500, so I have it doesn't say the number. I don't know. It probably says it on the disc. But this is a clear vinyl, and Whiplash is one of my 3 favorite movies of all time. So you know I had to pick this boy up. Going along with my favorite 3 movies of all time, I had to get Scott Pilgrim's soundtrack. I got this at Urban Outfitters, so it is like the bright red record, and I just love it, obviously. So the next one I have here is another Record Store Day exclusive. This is the Darjeeling Limited. I believe I got this sophomore year Record Store Day, and Wes Anderson is one of my passions, one of my loves, so I picked this one up. And this record is like bright green, which is fun. I went to South by Southwest during my junior year of school, so I wanted to get another record to commemorate that trip, and I found this one by Stranger Things. This is their original music, like the first oh, this is volume 2, it's not volume 1. So I got this. It's beautiful. Look at how cool that is. So when I first started getting into records and I knew that I was going to get a record player, there were 2 albums that I purchased right away. One of them was a staple that I needed to get. The other one was a band that I had just gotten into, and they were releasing their album like days before I was going to get my record player, so I just pre-ordered it. This one is Drowner's self-entitled album, and this was the one that they released like really soon before I got my record player, so I picked this one up. I'll show you the other album in a little bit because that kind of correlates to my favorite artist, but I also picked up this Vampire Weekend Record Store Day exclusive. This I actually purchased on eBay, and it's just a single with the song Step on it, but it is a white record. And then my final couple I got here, I'll show you this one. I actually went to a thrift store that was like really close to my apartment complex at school, and I found this guy in the dollar bin record thingy. This is Bobby Vinton's Roses Are Red, and the last albums that I'm going to show you today is from my favorite artist, James Blake. I have 4 albums from him. I really want to get some of the other EPs, and I still need to get Assume Form on vinyl, but I do have this CD of Assume Form. So this was the first record that I had ever purchased when I was first getting my record player, and it is James Blake's self-entitled album, James Blake. I love this album so much. This brings me back to so many memories, and I just love the artwork in it too. I also picked up James Blake's Enough Thunder EP. This one has A Case of You in it, and also Fall Creek Boys Choir. A Case of You is my favorite song of all time. I did discover it through James Blake, but I then found Joni Mitchell, so I just had to get this one and have that in my collection. And then the first year of dating my current fiance, he got me this record for Christmas, and it is Overgrown by James Blake the Wonderful. And so this one's really lovely because this was like one of the first big purchases that my future husband got for me, and it's just means a lot because I really love this album. My last album to show you right now is James Blake's, why did I forget this? The Color in Anything. I found this at my local college record store, and I freaked out because they never had James Blake's anything, like never had any of those vinyl. And then we spotted this one day, and I bought it on the spot, obviously. So I love this one. I'm actually currently spinning that one, so it's on my record player right now. And yeah, that's all of my records. I know this video was horrendously long, but I thought it would be really fun to show you guys all of my like loves and all of my music picks. I am constantly obviously looking for more music, and my fiance does have a couple records of his own that I like to listen to, so it's constantly growing. My goal is to have like walls of records, but obviously that takes a little bit of time. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys found some new music to try out, to listen to. But other than that, that's all I have for you. So I will see you guys next time I see you. Okay, bye guys.